Hello to my Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, let's see what kind of week you're going to have. This week is going to lead you right into the new moon, that solar eclipse. We're going to have a new moon in Aries. That solar eclipse, the new moon, this new week. So the new week, obviously, you're going to be watching this video probably on Sunday, March 23rd, right? So the moon is going to be in Capricorn, and then it's going to move into, at some part of that day on Sunday, it's going to move into your sign, right? So the parts of the body that the moon affects, and it affects our body, right? So, because the moon affects our mood, our intuition, our feelings, emotions, all those things, right? The moon is like the mother, the sun is the father, the masculine aspect, and then the moon is the feminine aspect of things. We talked about that previously, but it affects our body. So we're in a waning crescent moon phase. So your backbone, your joints, knees, skin, hair, and then also calves, ankle, shin, Achilles, right? Okay, all right. So to help you all finish out this cycle strong, you may want to write some things down, Aquarius. We're still in the eclipse season, in case you want to write some things down so you can finish out this cycle strong, right? The new you. So we had a full blood moon in Virgo during the total eclipse season, during the total eclipse, right? Total lunar eclipse. So total lunar eclipse is about totally letting go of something, right? That could have triggered childhood ancestral traumas. That could be anything. So I kind of gave a light example of maybe you working somewhere, and something kind of common would be like somebody taking it upon themselves to like take people's, snacks and stuff out of their lunch bag or whatever. That could have triggered something in your childhood that was maybe traumatic for somebody. That would be an example of that. That could have put you in a kind of a karmic cycle of something like handling it differently as an adult. Now that you're an adult, handling it differently, then you felt like you didn't have power over it when you were a kid. That would be kind of like an example of you handling it, right? Especially since Virgo rules sixth house. Sixth house is about health, work habits, daily routines, fitness, past service to others, diet, spiritual practices, those kind of things. So, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the messenger planet. It's also knowledge and learning. And so you would have learned a lesson. This is how I'm sending a message this time. Didn't know how to send a message when I was a kid. Now I know how to send a message now. So maybe now you send out an email blast to your whole team, or maybe management, saying, hey, just kind of sort of putting a team on notice. Lunches are there's a lunch bandit in the building, that kind of thing. Okay, don't want to spend too much time on that. So that's just kind of sort of an example, right? So that's a lighthearted example. So in those kind of areas. So what you want to pay attention to during tying the retrogrades in Venus and Mercury, which are currently retrograde during this particular cycle, tying those in with this particular cycle that we had, you want to pay attention to your second house, your third house, your seventh and eighth house, which affects your personal resources, money habits, possessions, values, financial security, self-worth, income, early education, intelligence, sibling interactions, logic, reasons, communication skills, short trips, hobbies, marriage, relationships, partnerships, business contracts, inner desires, enemies, renewal, what does it say? Second, third house. What did I say? Seventh? No, second, third house. And then and then sixth house, yes, health, work. We talk about sixth house. We already talked about that. Health, work, habits, daily routines, fitness, pets, service to others, diet, spiritual practices. And then seventh house, marriage, relationships, partnerships, business, contracts, inner desires, and then enemies. Remember, you are rule 11th house. So you're thinking about your future. You're thinking about your future, right? So moon moving into your sign, you're thinking about your future. So you absolutely want to close out any kind of karmic cycles within yourselves. Let's set the tone for your reading. Let's get into it. We're going to try to keep it short and sweet. We're already 5 minutes in. So go back and watch the previous video. I think you all have bonus videos, so you have enough kind of sort of to watch, Aquarius. So please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you all who tune into my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your video is already up on the Patreon side for those of you all there and here. Appreciate all the love, all the love. So let's do it. Let's set the tone for your reading. I've already prayed over your cards, already asked Most High God for clarity, sending back any dark magic and spell work. Let's finish out this cycle strong so we can get ready for the new you. This is how you're going to really build your confidence. This is how, you know, this moon in Aries, this new moon in Aries, Aries rules first house, right? So Aries is ruled by the Tower card, which is Mars. It's going to be a shock to a whole lot of people, not just Aquarius, just in general, just period across the board. Even my cross watchers, it's going to be shocking to a whole lot of people how you go directly to source in prayer for complete and total clarity, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's where you're going first. I am a magnet for brilliant ideas. That's right. Say it. I am. The great I am inside of you is a magnet for brilliant ideas. You have a lot of brilliant ideas. That's right. Yeah. So that's right. You're a magnet for brilliant ideas. So you're thinking about your future. You're thinking about your future, but not so far ahead that you're not in the here and now. You're not checked out as to here and now so that you can't finish out a cycle. You don't want to be so far ahead that you cannot effectively close out a cycle. So those things that I shared with you, you want to be very meticulous in closing out this cycle here, so that you can really be in the new year. You can really celebrate springing forward and feeling like, okay, you covered all your bases. You've closed out the cycle. You finished strong. You feel very confident that you haven't missed a step. Okay. All right. Let's see. You don't want to have to look back and go, oh my God, I missed something. I missed this. I missed that. And remember, seventh house also is about enemies. You don't want to be a secret enemy to yourself because you were so far ahead in the future. Remember, you are rule 11th house. And remember, 10th house is North Node, right? So that's your North Node. That's purpose. That's your inner calling. You don't want to miss the call on your life because you're so far ahead in the future. Your sign rules 11th house. So, yeah, you're a magnet for brilliant ideas. So, don't want to miss your call. You still want to be structured. You're still ruled by Saturn. Saturn, very serious structured planet. So remember, before the moon moves into your sign, it's in Capricorn. You and Capricorn are ruled by Saturn. Saturn is a very serious, structured, mature, authoritative planet. It's a planet of boundaries. So sources saying it can affect your, when the moon is in Capricorn, it can affect your backbone. So some people have stress. They carry stress in their back because they're carrying other people's emotional baggage. That could mean your next door neighbor's emotional baggage. You could be carrying their stress. You could be carrying your colleagues' stress, right? I think in one of the readings I talked about somebody could be carrying the stress of helping somebody on your job look for a job. Why? Why are you doing that? So here we have 994. So honor goals. Examine your current opportunities. It's time to redirect, to make decisions that honor your goals rather than short-term gratification. The current opportunities presented to you need careful examination. Consider at this moment how your current daily activities feed into your long-term visions. Ask yourself now if they will help you or hold you back from your ultimate dreams and goals. This is right here really about what are you doing for 24 hours in a day? Do you have a very structured schedule? Right? Yeah. 994. Yeah. Structure and authority. 4 would be emperor energy, right? So 994. So 9 would be hermit, right? Hermit energy, right? Both in your personal and your professional life, or you and somebody. It could be you and your spouse, you and a partner, you and somebody. It could be, 9 could be you and somebody, right? But 9 also speaks to this year 9, right? So Sagittarius, and we're not talking about somebody who's a Sagittarius, ninth house. Let's just say ninth house. So the I don't know if you have Sagittarius in your birth chart. We're not talking about a Sagittarius. We're talking about if you have it in your birth chart, but your ninth house. Temperance card. Have you resolved something in your spirit? Right? Have you resolved something? But you're a magnet for brilliant ideas, and so get some structure. Get some structure to something. Right? All right. Let's get some tarot going on here. Let's get some tarot going on here. Yeah, because you have a lot of brilliant ideas, and so Source, wants you to think about your future. What's long term for you? What's going to be long term for you all? What is going to be long term for you all? Because you have a lot of opportunities coming your way. So Source is really trying to get you all to declutter. That's what I'm seeing here in your cards. Source is trying to get you all to declutter. Let me see. All right. Really trying to get you all to declutter. That's why I'm teaching the way that I'm teaching on my channel, to really kind of sort of help you all to see how the moon affects various parts of your body as it's waxing and waning. There's a death card there. So, death, rebirth. So I feel like somebody's on the rebirth side. So remember, death comes in many forms, right? Right, death comes in many forms. Death of a cycle. Like this cycle is ending. This cycle is ending. It's coming to an end. And so it's a very vulnerable time for a lot of people when cycles end, right? When cycles end, it's a very vulnerable time. And so Source is saying you're a magnet. Like really brilliant ideas are attracted to you. Like, and I got to put a joke here, like a refrigerator magnet. Like they're attracted to you all, Aquarius. And so you want to start writing these ideas down. You want to write them down. You don't want to just be in your head swirling around you want to write these. You want to have like a little note, like a notebook. Like one of those little miniature notebooks, or your notepad in your cell phone. Write these ideas down. Put it together. Start talking to some people that's going to help you bring these ideas to life. You have some good news coming across your path. Here we have the a Page of Cups here. Yeah, you have some good news coming across your path. Here we have Page of Cups. We have the Lover's card. Lover's card is not necessarily about lovers, just so we're crystal clear. Lover's card is about partnerships. Partnerships in business, partnerships in love, but it's also about decisions, right? Because you made a decision, no more dysfunctional relationships in your life. Relationships are not just romantic, just so we're crystal clear. So again, this kind of speaks to a previous reading when I talked about, because it was so heavy in somebody's reading about somebody helping somebody in their previous job find a job. But it was like I could see it so clear that this person, I don't know who y'all used to work with, but it was like somebody on somebody's previous job. Like the person was just almost, it's not that they were saying it, Aquarius, but it was almost like their energy was giving off. They were almost certain that you would find them a job. So why put forth the effort? Because they just knew Aquarius would do it, right? So, So that wasn't balanced out. So Source is saying you put an end to imbalance. You put an end to an imbalance, right? So honor your goals, whatever your goals was. You put it, you made it a goal that you were, and you honored that. That was a goal that you made while you were in hermit mode. You honored a goal that you were going to add some structure and authority to it. You have brilliant ideas. So mark that off your list. You did something. You've been putting, I think if you put together sort of a self-assessment of some things that you did, this is why it's a good idea. This is why it's a good idea, Aquarius, to really sit down outside of your job that you're getting paid to do, because you are money. And I'm talking to my cross watchers as well. You are money. This is where the second house comes into play. Self-worth, right? This is why it's good to slow down. And I'm tying these planetary retrogrades into all of this. This is why I personally love retrogrades. And when I hear people go, I say, how's the retrograde treating you? Oh my God, Mercury retrograde. Oh my God. When I'm hearing all, I'm like, y'all getting the wrong idea about retrograde. It's the planet. Like, come on now. It's not. It doesn't slow down and it doesn't move backwards. It's meant for you to slow down and for you to move backwards and enjoy this time. It's like, so that you slow down and enjoy it. So sources saying that's where you learn your self-worth. This is where you don't become your own worst enemy. That's seventh house. You don't become your own worst enemy. You learn at that point. That's where you learn your own worth. Get into hermit mode. Fall in love with yourself. Not fall in love, but you know what I'm saying. Grow in love with you and start saying, okay, this is where I'm learning how to be in receiving mode. See these hands right here? These are your hands, making that heart. The depth of, creativity, right? Honor your goals. This is where you write your self-assessment, right? So this was somebody is learning how to honor your own goals. Examine current opportunities. Put together that list. Dust off that list. I had this idea, this idea, this idea. Now I have some time to sit back and think. Not think about who criticized you, who bullied you. This is where I had some time to think about those goals that I wanted to set. And that's what Source really wants you, right? Because you're not going back to the energies that bullied and criticized you. Not if they had, if you saw a pig with wings fly by. You're not going back to those. People who look down on you, who treated you less than, you already know that list is going into a burning bowl, right? So that's where you tie in this new moon in this solar eclipse, this new moon in Aries. Aries is a fire sign. We're not talking about any Aries that you know. We're talking about Aries that rules first house, right? First house. First house is about personality, temperament, appearance, self-image, first impression, self-awareness, outlook on life, right? This is your outlook on life now. This is the new you. This is where your confidence comes in. You are pretty confident at this point. You're not going to give any more air. You're an air sign. I'm tying all of this in for you all, Aquarius. You're not giving any more air to energies who look down on you, who judged you. Judgment card connects us to the death card by way of Pluto, the outermost generational planet. So there you go. That's the good news. Honor your goals. No more confusion. This is Mercury. You're not confused, right? This right here, you're not this is going to help you close out a cycle. This is karmic number 8. It looks like an infinity symbol when you turn it to the side, right? This is the Magician card, right? Mercury right here rules Gemini, right? Mercury is currently retrograde. Yay, right? So that's the message that you're sending. Just like I gave the example in the beginning, if someone stole your lunch today out of the refrigerator as an adult in the workplace, that could have triggered a childhood memory when somebody stole your lunch or stole something out of your lunch bag when you were a kid and you felt helpless. Today, you have access to computer. You would send a message to your manager and say, hey, can we send out a blast message to the team? See if this has happened to somebody else or anybody else on the team. Let's see, we can all be each other's ears and eyes to find out if we can find out who's doing this. Maybe it's an, honest mistake. Maybe it's not. But let's get to the bottom of it. So this planet right here rules this zodiac sign. So this is about a decision, making a decision, a clear and concise decision. But you're initiating a change. You're the one that's initiating a change. And that's the good news. That is the good news. You're initiating a conversation to put an end to something. To put an end to something, right? Because you're not carrying some kind of dead weight. You're not carrying some kind of dead weight. You're not going backwards to anything. You're not carrying some kind of dead weight on your back that's unhealthy, wounded. None of those things. None of those things. Right? Emotionally, you're going to feel like you hit the jackpot. A lot of your wishes are being fulfilled because you're not handling things like you would just sitting there holding on to unhealthy and wounded emotions. You are initiating a conversation with someone. You're initiating a conversation. Yeah. Yeah. So you're seeing something from a higher frequency. This is right here. You're seeing something from a higher frequency. Yeah, you're seeing something from a higher frequency. A lot of your wishes are going to be fulfilled, Aquarius, when you're not just sitting there in receiving mode, right? Because you know your worth, you know your value. So you can go ahead and close out a cycle. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one more. Here we have 4 of Cups. Yeah, because somebody is depressed. Somebody is really depressed. Somebody is unclear. I don't know if it's you or someone else, but someone is unclear and someone is depressed about something. They're unclear. You're unclear. Someone else is unclear. Imagine, let's use the example of the workplace. If everybody is sitting around not knowing what's going on, the confusion. Remember, this is feminine energy, right? And the difference between toxic feminine energy and divine feminine energy. I broke divine feminine energy down in the bonus video from yesterday. Go watch it. I broke down divine feminine energy. And toxic feminine energy is the opposite of divine feminine energy. All right? Yeah. So you're adding some clarity. You're offering clarity to some things. So imagine if you are the one that's taking control of a situation and you are the one that's adding clarity. How much of a leader? And again, this speaks to this new you in this solar eclipse. But before the solar eclipse, you don't have to wait until March 29th. Whatever the situation is, it doesn't matter what it is, you're offering some kind of clarity to a situation. You are a magnet for brilliant ideas. That means that when you watch the video today, you go into prayer today, you sit down in meditation for whatever it is. Whatever it is, this happens to be for possibly a younger person. It can be somebody's child, children, niece, nephew. If you're an educator, it could be your students. It could be you could have a younger manager at work that you may be having some difficulties with. Because when we're looking at 9 of Cups here, right? So this is like 9 wishes being fulfilled. It could be somebody that you have been waiting on a response from. You've been wanting a wish fulfilled and something, who knows, something you've been wanting to get an answer back from and you haven't gotten an answer. Maybe they've been out on vacation and you've been waiting to get an answer. In other words, you're initiating something. You're not just sitting back with no clarity on something. There it is. Right? You are not sitting back. You know your worth. You know your value. You are initiating a conversation. You're initiating some kind of communication, right? So that you're not in a karmic cycle. So the dark side of 8 is somebody who has succumbed to passive and powerless behavior, or someone who is egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. right? Egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. Two energies while you were in hermit mode, two energies. Somebody has decided to do something is their way or the highway, right? And it has caused some kind of a depression here. And so you're adding some clarity to something. You are adding some clarity to something. That's why you got 994. So you're honoring your goals. All right, what else we got? Here we have Queen of Pentacles here. So you're quite resourceful. You're a person, your fertility, practicality, comforts, financial security here. Yeah. So it looks like you have gone down some kind of a rabbit hole. You bought into some kind of, I don't know. Whenever I see the Queen of Pentacles here, because this connects us with resources, right? So the second house, Taurus rules second house, right? So personal resources. So find out what your second house is. Personal resources, money, habits, possessions, values, financial security, self-worth, income, right? So Source is saying to you, know your self-worth. Know your self-worth, right? Because some energies, really, this 9 right here, it's like it's energies who are trying to end your self-worth, Aquarius. While, you know, and for them, they feel like it's their way or the highway. And it's really depressing somebody. It's really depressing somebody. I don't know who that's for. And this color orange right here speaks to the sacral chakra, right? So in the sacral chakra is where creativity is formed, right? That's where sex magic is done. That's where sex magic is done, right? That's where incubus and succubus energy is, right? And a lot of people don't necessarily talk about sex magic. But I have a whole second channel about sex magic. That's where sex magic is done, right? Where people are put under sex spells, right? You got the Lovers card here, which is not just about lovers, but since the card is out, that's where that's done, in that creative space, right? So somebody could be under a spell. Somebody could also be under a spell. Something was created, and it's causing somebody to be depressed. Something was created. And depression is an emotion as well. Somebody is really sad about something. Yeah, 2 people were paid. 2 people were paid to create something about you all, Aquarius. So I use the example of like somebody, you know, maybe stealing somebody's lunch, right? I don't want somebody to be so literal in their thinking, because that came to me, that came to me as a download for real, for somebody like really helping a colleague at work, and the colleague is really doing the bare minimum to look for something, because somebody really feels like you're gonna find them a job. So that really did come to me. But in this reading here, that's kind of partial it too, but it really speaks to maybe somebody just being an overgiver. But this part of your reading here, you're also the new you. Source is really trying to help you live a softer life, but in a divine feminine way. I'm talking to men and women Aquarius, not in a toxic feminine way. Men and women Aquarius, by the way, where you're in such a receiving mode, but you're not receiving the proper message the right way. That it's almost like in a way where you're almost in a zombified state. You're in such a receiving mode that you don't know when to take action. That Source is saying, okay, I need you to take action. Then you're not taking action, right? That you're actually under a spell, where everybody around you is like, okay, is this person asleep? That that you're caught up in a this right here, a karmic, you're caught up in someone else's karmic cycle. So source needs you to come up out of a karmic cycle. So that's the good news, is that the good news is, as it relates to, let me add some structure to something, some more structure to something for somebody. In other words, as it relates to your family, Aquarius, because we're talking about this, family could be blood relatives or whoever you deem as family. Some energies have created this really horrible, toxic, unhealthy narrative around you and your mental health and your sexual health. They've created this really unhealthy narrative around you, around your mental health, because we're talking about emotions. We're talking about sacral chakra, which connects us with this color orange, right? That has caused the younger generation to get depressed about you, right? Again, this speaks to the 6th house, which is Virgo. And we had a full blood moon in Virgo during a total lunar eclipse, right? They've created this narrative around you, around your sexuality, around your sexual practices, around your mental health. This is your family, blood relatives, people you grew up with, this whole narrative, right? Around your self-worth, you are money, right? That you're just this horrible person. This person, right? This is right here, that you're depressed, that you're this and that, and people were paid to continue this narrative. 2 energies were paid to continue this narrative, this death card, right? So this means also somebody was sacrificed. Okay, this is a sacrifice. This is a blood sacrifice. So we're crystal clear, right? Just to spread this lie about you, right? A very meticulous lie, while you and somebody are in hermit mode. And for them, it's their way or the highway. So we're crystal clear, right? So the 6th house is about health, work habits, daily routines, fitness, pets, service to others, diet, spiritual practices, right? All of those things were under attack, Aquarius. All of those things were under attack. So whoever in your family, loved ones who were spinning this narrative about you, because I want to wrap all of this up. I don't really like being in that energy. I like to keep it high vibrational. But since it keeps coming up in you guys' readings, because I want to continue giving you all good news. But I don't want y'all to be so in the 11th house, even though you all rule the 11th house, so far in the future that you miss a step and have to keep repeating a cycle, Aquarius. That you're stuck almost like in purgatory, that you're just sitting in the middle of something that you don't even realize such powerful transformation that you all have made already. You're already on the rebirth side. Source really needs you all to see something from a higher frequency. Start speaking up. Source is trying to help you all to live a better life. A lot of your wishes are being fulfilled. Somebody's family created this horrible narrative, paid a younger generation. So as long as you were paying people, like paying people's bills, babysitting, helping people out financially, as long as you are, honoring other people's goals for themselves, Aquarius, being a magnet for brilliant ideas for everybody else, increasing their self-worth, increasing their income, you could not see that they were your secret enemy, or that you were your own secret enemy. I need you all to close out these cycles. Close out these cycles. Get smart. Stop being confused. If your family members are still keying and friends with your abusive or abusers in your family, you need to cut them off. You need to end it. If you come from an abusive family, and y'all can put abuse wherever you want to put abuse. I don't need to trigger anybody. However, cussed you out, hit you, whatever, however you want to put abuse. However, and they are still aligning themselves with your abusers in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And they are well aware of any form of abuse that you've been under. Well aware, because you told them. Remember, you didn't handle things like you would as a child, confused. You told them as an adult, clear, concise, pulled them to the side. You didn't try to expose the whole family. You had a clear one-on-one conversation. This is what happened, so on and so forth. You quietly went to therapy. You didn't try to expose anybody. You just moved on quietly with your life. And they are still connecting with family members. You need to cut them and the whole family off, and whoever was connected to it. Because it leaves a very confusing message to the ones that are left behind, that when they spin the narrative that you are the one that's crazy. You need to clear things up. You need to clear things up. No way should you be sitting around knowing that somebody is lying about you, when you sitting back seeing these family members talk to certain people and telling lies and getting paid to tell lies on you. No way. No way. That's what this is. And this got them sitting around confused and depressed. No way. They need to keep that same energy. They didn't have that energy towards you, or at least you didn't notice it because you were so focused on your future, Aquarius. This is what I'm talking about, spaceship energy. You were so focused on your future when you were working, carrying their energy on your back, working, making sure you're babysitting, paying people's bills, taking care of this, taking care of that for everybody else. Where was that same energy then? But when you put everything in park, Source is saying, close it out. Close it out. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. Yeah. 7 of Wands. You are a magnet for brilliant ideas. People have been assassinating and killing your character, Aquarius, while you have been in hermit mode. Talking down to people, talking about you. I mean, literally. And the emotions have been running deep, Aquarius. There it is. Being slick and sneaky, causing you all to have tower moments, and you don't even know it. That's what this whole reading is. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't even know who I'm talking to. Gaslighting you all to, I mean, that would literally be like, you know how I saw somewhere, I saw somewhere where somebody was like, well, I've read this several places. It literally is like somebody coming back to, after being robbed, of like me coming back to somewhere and just, something popping up missing. I mean, equivalent to like you coming back and you're like, okay, did I pack my lunch? I know I packed cookies in my lunch, or did I? Right? Like the gaslight of the year. Literally, like, okay, am I going crazy? It almost gives the impression that you're going crazy. Right? So that's the impression that people are trying to cause. And so Source is saying to you, so say you're not going crazy. You just need to end some situations. You need to end some situations. Permanently, you need to end it. Ace of Cups here. So there's a new proposal that's happening here. There's a new proposal happening here for you. Like I said, a lot of your wishes are coming to fruition. A lot of your wishes are coming to fruition. Yeah, because some energies basically are literally like for you that it's their way or the highway, and it's not their way or the highway. It's just not. It's not. Yeah, here we have Ten of Swords. Yeah, a lot of your, like I said, here we have the Nine of Cups here. So like I said, we have some somebody wants a complete somebody wants a complete and painful ending. You know, this is like the Ten of Swords here. So on this particular deck here, this is what energies were predicting for you. A complete and painful ending, rock bottom, failure, collapse. That was the prediction for you, which was pretty sad, which was really, really sad, Aquarius. These two cards right here make it a tower. So energies were definitely predicting a tower moment for you, Aquarius. And this is why I'm saying being an overgiver does not, and that's an imbalance. Being an overgiver or an overreceiver, like being from one extreme to the next. I really did not want this reading to be this long at all. I really just wanted it to be 15 minutes. Hopefully y'all get the message and finish out this cycle strong. Close it out so it could be a new you. I would spend this much time on any zodiac sign, not just you all. But even though you all rule the 11th house, don't be so much in the future. It's okay to be innovative, but make sure you realize your moon sign is just as important as your sun sign. And I'm talking to my cross watchers as well. But whatever you deem as family, go where you are appreciated and not where you all are tolerated. I feel like because some of you all have been chronic overgivers, this may almost be to the extreme at this point, you know, of being in receiving mode, but it's gotten to a toxic receiving point where you're not defending yourselves. Like you have given so much to a point of exhaustion at this point that you didn't receive the message that as long as you were giving, you didn't see that as soon as you stopped, there was this narrative that was creative, that was created to just take you out. Keep taking from Aquarius. As soon as Aquarius stopped, let's take Aquarius up out of here, off this planet. By any means necessary. So somebody needs to wake up. You need to wake up and honor your goals. You are really a magnet for brilliant ideas. So, yeah. So I'm seeing here fulfillment. You do feel fulfilled. This is the world card here is like this is like I said before, this is a new tradition here I'm seeing for you. This is Saturn, one of your ruling planets. Again, you got, somebody has to understand it's some people's tradition that it would be a whole nother hour. I ain't gonna get into all of that. Y'all will figure it out. You'll figure it out. Here we have Two Swords. Two of Swords. I don't think you all will be at a stalemate. Your ancestors, you have a lot of ancestors around you. I don't think you'll be at a stalemate. Here we have the Ten of Cups. You have inner happiness. You have inner peace. I see a brand new beginning for you all. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles here. I see you have a very rich legacy, Aquarius. Remember, death is not always in a physical sense, just so we're crystal clear. You're closing out a cycle. Some people feel like it's their way or the highway. I don't feel like you all are operating in the spirit of fear at all. Let me just put it this way. You all are not operating in the spirit of fear. You are not standing down at all. At all. You don't operate like that. You just don't. You operate in the spirit of love, godly love. That's what I'm seeing here. And that's who you respect. That's who you honor, Source. That's who you honor and that's who you respect, Source. Yeah. This is somebody was definitely trying to do a destiny swap with you and someone else. That's what this is. Yeah. And trying to say it was self-imposed. It was, you know, that you restricted yourself, some kind of entrapment, somebody wanted you imprisoned. Somebody literally was, again, it was literally their way or the highway. Somebody was saying that you were a sex worker, that you did some kind of that's how you made your money. That was part of your legacy. These, I'm telling y'all, Aquarius, listen, these energies, somebody's animal was sacrificed. And when I say sacrifice, I don't want somebody to lose it, okay? We're talking about energy being around you. Energy being around you. Here's a death card. You don't operate in the spirit of fear. You don't operate in the spirit of fear. You found your star. This is a rebirth for you. You became enlightened about, somebody became enlightened about a whole lot of things in hermit mode. So here we have the Three of Pentacles here. Empress card. So somebody grew their legacy and their abundance in hermit mode. Yeah, so yeah. You became enlightened about a whole lot of things while you were in hermit mode. So that is what I have for you all, Aquarius. Like I said before, a lot of your wishes are being fulfilled here. A lot of people have tried to scare you all while you all have been in hermit mode. A lot of people have tried to scare you all in hermit mode. Lots of threats, lots of things in hermit mode. A lot of people have done a lot of things to you all while you all have been in hermit mode. I would say keep the faith, keep your vibrations high, keep operating in the spirit of love. Looking at your cards. You are a magnet for brilliant ideas. But don't stay so far ahead in your so far ahead in the future, Aquarius, that you don't take the time to slow down to see how much good you've put out here in the world. I mean, you have put a lot of good energy out here in the universe. You've helped a lot of people. A lot of people. Y'all don't know how many people I talk to that have been accused of doing stuff that they have never done before. Never. They've never done This right here, what somebody is being accused of, is a bold-faced lie. Somebody is not a sex worker. Somebody is not doing that for money. Somebody has literally been, just when you see the death card right here, and you see, what is this? Well, this is a hidden tower. This is somebody was trying to cause you a hidden tower moment, literally trying to bring your whole world down. This is a complete and total setup. This is a complete and total setup. This would have thrown, this right here would have completely thrown somebody into such trauma, complete and total trauma. It would have had you have a, it would have caused you to break. It would have literally caused you to break. Like you would have just felt like you were just kind of like in a, Eight of Swords. Literally, like you would like swapped, literally a destiny swap. Like you was somebody else. That there's no way this is your life. Love. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation. Only love itself. God is love. Source is love. That's your salvation. Source. I'm telling you, continue vibrating high. That's the frequency that you're on. We are not each other's gods. I cannot reiterate that enough. We are not each other's gods. It's time to release negativity. So Scorpio rules 8th house. Yeah, so Scorpio rules 8th house. And so 8th house is about renewal, sexuality. Here we have death, transformation, shared finances, inheritance, loans, occult, mystery, intimacy. Intuition. Yeah. Do 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 do. Let me see what else we got here, Aquarius, because we're not trying to. Let me see if there's anything else before we close this out. I know this reading is lengthy, but like I said before, the reading is lengthy because I feel like, I'm going to tell you what Source wants me to tell you regardless, but what do you want? If you react negatively to others' success and the joy of others, it's a sign that you want more for yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Expand your comfort zone. Behold beauty. When you insist that the world is hostile and others are your enemies, don't be surprised that it is. So self-fulfilling prophecies fortunately work both ways. Spirit of life. Remember, you are never alone. The spirit of life is with you. The world takes care of you. Allow yourself to rest in the realization and feel the lightness in you. So starlight, don't slow down manifestation through hesitation or worry. Keep the faith and create light in dark. The path of star is made in the same energy. Don't give up. It's okay that things don't always feel easy and effortless. Some of the best moments in life during and after hard times. Keep believing, one of a kind. From the moment that you emerged in this world, you've had extraordinary talents. You understand starlight, animal voices, and all things magical. And so no pressure. When you want more, don't push yourself or others to get more. Give more of your pure, genuine self, and life will immediately and effortlessly match it. A deeper world. So don't push or force your way through life. Finding balance, even in dark times, will open your heart to the depth of compassion in everyday moments and pursue happiness. Never apologize for what brings you joy. Only you understand where you truly belong and where you can find safe space. Follow your bliss. And so whatever you wish, when you lessen the importance of problems and suffering, life will swing back into balance. Stop struggle and feel peace. The world responds to you. So it looks like, looking at your cards here, Aquarius, you all have gone through a lot, right? Keep your vibrations high. I read your comments. Like I said, keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high. I see this Fool card in upright. This fresh hope, your new beginnings, you're closing out cycles. Like I said, you have good news coming across your path. A lot of your wishes are being fulfilled. Make sure there's balance here. A very healthy balance. A very, very healthy balance. I just see a lot in your cards. I see a lot of you all thriving. I see a lot of when I see all of this water here in your cards, I see a lot of you all have carried a lot of other people's emotions on your backs. Silently, actually. I see a lot of you all have carried a lot of other people's emotions on your back silently. So it's time to release it. Release other people's, and that's what this is right here. Release other people's emotions. Release it. Release other people's emotions. You're carrying other people's emotions. And so it could be, like I said, and you could have released it in therapy silently. You didn't share anybody else's stuff. You didn't share anybody else's stuff. And that could have been where the fear came from. People feel like what if Aquarius shares what? And that's where I see that a lot in social media. When I see like stuff publicly with Aquarius, people think Aquarius is going to share other people's stuff, so they hurry up and share, thinking Aquarius is going to share other people's stuff, so they hurry up and jump and Aquarius this, Aquarius that, and I'm like, so they make the impulsive move to tell on themselves. So here we have wellness. So live a healthier lifestyle. So you don't have to carry other people's emotional baggage, Aquarius. Release it. Release other people's emotional baggage. You've already done the work. You've already done the work. That's why you can remain positive, but you don't have to carry other people's emotional baggage. Here we have loyalty. True friendship and loyalty are among the most important values. So close out these cycles in love. Close them out. Here we have wisdom. Use your best judgment. Yeah. So somebody's going on vacation. It's time to recharge. Yeah, celebration. Helping hand. That's why a lot of your kids and family members don't know about stuff, because you may have quietly just handled things in therapy for you. You may have released other people's stuff in therapy. But then again, you got, Here we have bright ideas. Here we have take action. Here we have fast changes. Yeah, you're shedding some stuff. I'm seeing you being successful. You're very, you're on the right track here. Here we have you're a light worker. Okay, y'all, look at you. Wealth. And you have a wealth. But know your worth and know your value. People know your worth and value, Aquarius. You know your worth and your value, okay? Hopefully this has been helpful for somebody. I know it was pretty lengthy, but hopefully it's been helpful for somebody. But somebody is a light worker. Add structure and authority to, your water. Stop letting people dump. Child, this reading was exhausting for real. But stop letting people dump all of this stuff onto you. Like, start telling people, you know, just start telling people, you know, like maybe suggest, hey, maybe it's okay that you can go with them to, maybe you can help them find, you know, something. That's why I started out the reading with that, and it was coming through strong about somebody really expects for you to help them find a job, and you are this, you know, helping them find, and they all having a good time with somebody else. So source is saying to you, same thing with these emotional stuff. People want you to just go do all of this for them, Aquarius, because they know your worth and they know your value. They know you'll go do all of this for them. And so when you are of no use, these energies think they can just discard you, and it's not even your stuff to hold. It's really not even yours, you know, to hold, right? So, so that's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. All right. Bye.